The idea of the Artlets was to find places in the community where the community, like you said itself, could come together and meet and share, thoughts and ideas, whether it be a poem or singing. We had ideas about having our church choir have rehearsals in the park in some of these Artlets,
But to really reach people, we have to go to where they are, and where they are is in their neighborhoods. And to be able to take an art project and an amazing artist like Eli into the neighborhoods, and to take the trust that has been built over the years, it didn't just happen overnight, but to really use the arts to transform that neighborhood, but also how people engage with the arts.
Well, the Northside Development Group is the 501c3 nonprofit organization that's acting as the community quarterback for the redevelopment of the Northside Initiative.
The lot is like L-shaped, so it has all this green space behind it where other things could happen. There could be other seating, there could be like gardens, and there is a garden on that lot too already.
Bringing community stakeholders, the residents together to really put together what they see the Northside to be in the future. And part of that is identifying opportunities for arts and culture in addition to neighborhood revitalization. And so one of the key aspects that the community really wanted was, how do we incorporate the arts as part of our overall vision and strategy for the future?
This is the first time, to my knowledge, that we've undertaken a redevelopment effort that consciously and deliberately involve the inclusion of public art in the neighborhood. It's an important breakthrough for us as a community to expand how we think about neighborhoods and what makes neighborhoods appealing and attractive and stable, and that some form of expression and identity is important, and the arts are not an extra but an essential ingredient.
Just from being a sculptor, I really like sort of the inherent memory in materials, right? So like this real wood around this windowsill kind of saw what happened in this house. And like, even though we don't know who lived here, what they did necessarily, it's like this material saw that. And it's just like sort of this spirit of the material that I like being invested into the pieces. And that's why I love to work with repurposed material. We haven't decided, and that's another thing we wanted to get feedback on, what this material is.
We were all sitting around on boxes.
Yeah.
And all the children from the house, in our house.
Like wooden boxes though, like crates, like for like fruit and stuff.
Wooden crates. Old wooden crates.
Right now I don't have any furniture, and that's sort of like we wanted to talk to you all about that. And those can be painted too. This can also have the imagery. They can be carved a little bit as well.
And nest is 159 pearl.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, and this back is left open so you can see the structure.
So the way this evolved was as Eli and Melissa's brother Jamie have been removing some of the architectural elements from buildings that are slated for demolition, Eli discovered all these wren nests everywhere.
And I knew about the site, and then I had the inspiration for the nest sort of separately. As soon as I realized that I wanted to make a nest for them, especially one based on a Carolina wren, that this would be an ideal spot because of how old and structurally sound that this tree is.
I'm Steve Poole. I'm the general contractor for the Artlet project. I was in charge of getting these structures up, bringing the ideas of Eli's to building sites.
I'm just thinking about a mother nesting before she has her child, right? It's like Spartanburg is nesting before the new Spartanburg, because we're doing a facelift in Spartanburg to me. So we're like nesting and preparing to give life to something new.
I love that.
My name is Bruce Drummond. I am an apprentice.
Okay, my name is Ray Breff.
My name is Menasha Wheeler.
My name is James Early.
NCCER program for Spartanburg Community College.
Basically I learned, about the blueprint. I didn't know, the keys and, the symbols, the signs, what all of them mean, and how you want to keep everything in order,
And the whole experience has been amazing. I mean, I've always wanted to learn construction trade skills, and without a doubt, I can do it. I mean, give me something, I'll build it, basically.
When I tell my next group, when you go in this program, stay focused, stick to it.
They can see things go from scrap to treasure just as well as we did.
You know, all of us keep each other motivated. You know, we came a long way. 15 weeks went by, you know, mighty fast. You know,
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Just from pulling, you know, the scrap wood off of pallets to cutting them down to figuring out how to nail them properly without cracking the whole 9 yards. You know,
Some positives gonna come up out of it if you just stick to it, do your work, study, and you'll make it.
We did it!
Go, go.
certified.
We did this for real.
We want people to know what Northside was and what it is and what it can be. This is a way of expressing ourselves in the community, you know, and that's going to say more than we could ever say, you know, individually.
This isn't just about individuals creating their own work. It's individuals coming together as a neighborhood to create work that's going to transform their neighborhood.